The night sky stretches endlessly, a canvas of twinkling stars against the infinite darkness. Silence descends, broken only by the distant whispers of the cosmos. A voice echoes from the void, introducing itself simply. My name is Elias. The stars gleam, indifferent to the revelation. Their light, ancient and unwavering. The universe unfolds, vast and enigmatic, a silent witness to stories untold. In the quiet solitude of his childhood bedroom, young Elias peers through the window, lost in the vast mystery of the night sky. His young face, a canvas of wonder and unease, reflects the infinite expanse above. I live in an age where knowledge is everywhere. And yet, I find myself drowning in questions. The weight of unspoken questions settles heavily in the stillness of the room. The silence amplifies the echo of his thoughts, unanswered and profound. Trapped between the known and the unknown, Elias remains at the window, a small figure against the immensity of the universe. The street bursts with youthful energy, as children's laughter dances through the air. Amidst the cheerful chaos, young Elias stands isolated, his gaze distant and contemplative. His eyes, windows to a soul far beyond his years, reflect a profound sense of detachment. While other children played, I would stare at the sky at night, asking myself why anything exists at all. Elias remains motionless, lost in thought as the sounds of children fade into background noise. Bathed in sunlight, Elias sits at the wooden table, lost in the world of philosophy. His brow furrows in concentration as he grapples with complex ideas. A flicker of understanding ignites in his eyes as he absorbs the text. The library fades as he discovers Democritus's theory of atoms. I remember the day I first encountered Democritus. Elias stands silhouetted against the encroaching darkness, his form solid and defined. A faint luminescence begins to emanate from within, a subtle crackle of energy hinting at transformation. His body shatters into a myriad of glowing particles, each a miniature star in the abyss. The particles drift and swirl, an ethereal dance of light against the backdrop of infinite night. A voice echoes, pondering, if Democritus was right, are we nothing but dust pretending to be human? The last vestiges of light fade, leaving only the vast, indifferent expanse of the night sky. Elias lies in bed, his eyes wide open as he stares blankly at the ceiling, lost in thought. The digital clock casts an eerie green glow, each second ticking by like a harbinger of doom. He tosses and turns restlessly, seeking solace from unseen torments, but finds no peace. Behind his closed eyelids, visions of atomic dissolution flicker, painting a haunting portrait of dread. Elias sits attentively in the lecture hall, his focus absolute as the professor begins. Sunlight bathes the hall, illuminating the dust dancing in the air as the lecture proceeds. The professor's passionate gestures bring Newton's laws to life. Years later, a quiet recollection stirs. Years later, I discovered Isaac Newton. The seeds of future understanding are planted in the sun-drenched university hall. The universe transforms into a majestic clockwork, its gears turning with flawless precision. Within this grand design, Elias, a solitary gear, spins tirelessly, an integral part of the cosmic mechanism. If the universe is a clock, then I am only a gear inside it, not by freedom, but by necessity. The gears mesh, a symphony of motion echoing through the cosmos, marking time's relentless march. Elias continues his ceaseless spin, bound to the clockwork, a tiny cog in an infinite machine. In the stark silence of his apartment, Elias sits alone, consumed by the relentless ticking of time. The fluorescent light casts long, haunting shadows, mirroring the turmoil within. Each tick of his watch is a stark hammer blow against the walls of his mind. His gaze is fixed, unblinking. On the blank page, a canvas of infinite possibilities and crushing limitations. His mind races, a frantic labyrinth of thought, seeking escape from the chains of determinism. Elias remains motionless, a statue of contemplation in a room where time itself seems to mock him. In the dim light of his apartment, Elias confronts his own reflection. Suddenly, the mirror shatters, mirroring the fragmentation of Elias's identity. Like fragments of a broken mirror, my identity cracked. Each shard reflects a distorted version of Elias, a visual echo of his inner turmoil. The fragmented reflections swirl around him, trapping Elias in a vortex of shattered selves. The funeral home is filled with the heavy scent of lilies, the silence amplifying Elias's solitude. Sunlight streams through stained glass, casting long shadows over the polished mahogany coffin. Elias stares at the still form within, his face a canvas of sorrow and disbelief. In my 20s, I felt the urgency of death for the first time. The weight of unspoken grief hangs heavy in the air, a palpable shroud around Elias. Under the neon glow of city streets, Elias emerges as a figure in motion, his hurried steps weaving through the throngs of people. He navigates the crowded sidewalks, a blur against the vibrant chaos, his movements betraying an unspoken urgency. His eyes, darting from one fleeting distraction to another, reveal a man trying to outrun something unseen. Each step he takes seems to echo with the unspoken need to outpace an invisible pursuer in the bustling night. Amidst a sea of books and papers, Elias stands captivated, a worn copy of Kant's Critique of Pure Reason in his grip. The soft glow of a nearby lamp accentuates the intensity of his discovery. A voice echoes through the room, filled with the thrill of intellectual awakening. And then, I discovered Immanuel Kant. The room fades into shadows, leaving only the book and Elias's enlightened expression. The floor vanishes, plunging Elias into a terrifying abyss. The abyss unfolds as an infinite darkness, a realm beyond human comprehension. Darkness swallows all light, revealing the insurmountable limits of mortal understanding. Elias peers into the abyss, his eyes wide with mounting horror. The abyss whispers secrets that no mortal mind can grasp. Elias is suspended between reality and the unknowable. In the dimness of his apartment, Elias clutches the book, his hands shaking with a mix of fear and anticipation. His face is etched with conflict as he reflects on the profound implications. If Kant was right, then perhaps I will never find the truth. The weight of the words hangs heavy, casting a shadow over his features as he contemplates the possibility of eternal unknowing. The book seems to pulse with a hidden energy, a silent testament to the mysteries it holds. Elias sits, immersed in a sea of books, the weight of complex equations etched on his face. Sunlight filters through the arched windows, illuminating this silent dance of dust motes, a gentle contrast to his intense focus. In my 30s, I turned to science. I found comfort in mathematics. The equations and formulas offer solace, a refuge from the turbulence of life. In the ethereal night, a mathematical cage begins to form, its bars composed of swirling equations and numbers. The symbols glow with an unsettling light, each representing a boundary of mathematical expression. Elias finds himself confined within the luminous structure, a prisoner of abstract thought. The cage tightens, the glowing symbols intensifying, as mathematics reveals its inherent limitations. Elias sits among the students, his eyes drawn to the figure of the professor lecturing at the front. The professor's passionate gestures cut through the quiet air as he elucidates the intricacies of quantum physics. Sunlight pours in, illuminating the dust motes, as the professor declares, "And so, we arrive at Heisenberg's uncertainty principle." He continues, "The more precisely the position of some particle is determined, the less precisely its momentum can be known, and vice versa. In the abyss of quantum uncertainty, reality dissolves into a chaotic dance of ephemeral particles. Each flicker defies prediction, a testament to the inherent randomness at the heart of existence. The unpredictable nature of these quantum events paints a portrait of a universe unbound by certainty." A voice echoes through the void, a somber declaration. Reality, at its core, was unpredictable. The quantum realm, a stage where the only constant is change, and the only certainty is uncertainty. In the dimness of his apartment, Elias erupts in laughter, the sound echoing with a hollow, bitter resonance. His laughter fades, the weight of his failed quest crashing down upon him. He shakes his head slowly, a gesture of disbelief and despair washing over his face. The small apartment seems to shrink around him, amplifying the solitude and futility of his pursuit. In the dim solitude of his apartment, Elias's brow furrows as he stares, lost in contemplation. The air thickens with unspoken questions as Elias silently grapples with his inner thoughts. A flicker of doubt crosses his face as he begins to question his very essence. Am I truly in control of my body? The weight of his question hangs heavy, casting a shadow over his features as he continues to stare at his hands. Elias's fingers twitch subtly, reflecting the inner turmoil of his questioning mind. His eyes narrow slightly, a silent battle raging within as he seeks to understand the boundaries of his own being. Elias lies in the darkness, his eyes wide open, lost in thought. He shifts restlessly, his mind a storm of uncertainty. A troubled expression clouds Elias's face as he struggles with inner turmoil. The darkness amplifies the echo of a haunting question. Am I one, or am I many? He turns again, seeking solace in the stillness of the night. The question lingers, unanswered, in the silent room. Young Elias, eyes wide with wonder, finds himself lost in the infinite expanse of the night sky, among the stars. Time marches on, and Elias stands before a coffin, his form trembling with grief. Surrounded by ancient tomes, Elias immerses himself in study, his brow furrowed in concentration. In the dim light of a bathroom, Elias confronts his reflection, only to find it fracturing into something disturbingly unfamiliar. Elias stands silhouetted against the soft city lights, a solitary figure lost in contemplation. The vast night sky stretches out before him, mirroring the infinite questions swirling within. Barely a whisper, the question escapes his lips, echoing in the silent apartment. If my decisions aren't my own, if my mind is not mine, if my body is not mine, then who am I? The cosmos unfolds, a canvas of infinite darkness speckled with the incandescent dreams of distant stars. Each star, a solitary beacon, casts its ancient light across the unfathomable gulfs of space, igniting wonder. The serene beauty of the star-strewn sky invites contemplation. Gazing into the abyss, one confronts the profound mysteries of existence, where every flicker of light is a question. In the silent grandeur of the night, the universe whispers its secrets, promising endless discovery. The world dissolves into absolute darkness, the silence deafening. The absence of light stretches, a void that seems to consume everything. Every sound fades, leaving only the echo of nothingness. In this profound stillness, the weight of anticipation grows. The darkness lingers, heavy and all-encompassing, as if time itself has stopped. A moment suspended in an infinite night, a prelude to what is to come. In the infinite expanse of night, a solitary word begins to materialize, its form shimmering with a soft light. The word beyond glows, illuminating the darkness. A voice echoes from the void, a whisper that promises infinite possibilities. Beyond. The glowing word pulsates with a gentle rhythm, as if breathing life into the surrounding darkness. The shimmering word hangs suspended, a gateway to the unknown. Beyond. A single word. An invitation to explore the unfathomable. In the quiet of his childhood bedroom, young Elias finds solace under the soft glow of a bedside lamp. Lost in thought, young Elias sketches furiously in his notebook, each stroke a step deeper into his private world. Posters of distant planets and stars watch over him, silent guardians of his dreams. The small room becomes a universe, contained within the pages of his notebook. Teen Elias stands, his brow furrowed in fierce concentration. He engages in a spirited debate, his passion igniting the room. Light catches in his eyes, reflecting intellectual curiosity. The classroom buzzes with the energy of youthful minds clashing. His unwavering focus hints at the brilliance to come. In the bustling university cafeteria, Elias is encircled by his friends, their laughter echoing through the bright, sunlit space. The air vibrates with youthful energy and carefree conversation, a symphony of college life unfolding around them. For Elias, this moment is a rare gem, a fleeting glimpse of unadulterated joy frozen in the relentless march of time. He laughs openly, his face radiant with genuine happiness, a stark contrast to the shadows that loom in his future. The cafeteria buzzes with the carefree spirit of youth, a vibrant backdrop to Elias's momentary escape from his troubles. In his cluttered apartment, Elias is consumed by restlessness. He moves through the stacks of books, his face reflecting deep frustration. Elias's exhaustion deepens as he continues to pace. The weight of his challenge etches itself onto his face. He runs a hand through his hair, a gesture of utter weariness. Elias's apartment, filled with books, becomes a cage of his own making. Under the open sky, Elias sits alone on a weathered park bench. His eyes reflect a profound longing as he watches the children. A melancholic smile touches Elias's lips, hinting at memories. The simple joy of children at play sharpens the ache in his heart. He sits quietly, lost in a world of what once was and what might have been. In the quiet of his apartment, Elias confronts the stark emptiness of a blank canvas. A solitary paintbrush hovers near the canvas, a fragile vessel of untapped creativity. His gaze intensifies. A flicker of inspiration ignites within him. The air crackles with anticipation. The canvas awaits its transformation. Elias stands alone atop the mountain, the world unfolding beneath him in a breathtaking panorama of peaks and valleys. His eyes trace the distant peaks, a quiet awe settling over him as he contemplates the majestic view. The sheer scale of the landscape dwarfs him, and he seems lost in contemplation. In the dim light of his apartment, Elias sits alone, a solitary figure consumed by his thoughts. The desk lamp casts a warm glow, illuminating the intensity on Elias's face as he begins to write. His pen dances across the page, each stroke a cathartic release of pent-up emotions. Emotions flicker across Elias's face, a fleeting glimpse into the depths of his soul. The scratching of the pen becomes a soundtrack to Elias's innermost thoughts, each word a step toward release. Elias treads along the beach, the rhythmic crash of waves serenading his solitary journey. Each footstep marks a moment of serene solitude, the vast ocean mirroring the depths of his peace. The waves surge and retreat, their timeless dance accentuating Elias's quiet contemplation. Bathed in the sun's warm embrace, Elias continues his walk, the essence of tranquility defining his every move. Elias, bathed in the gentle glow of the room, reclines in his chair, a portrait of serene introspection. Soft classical music envelops the space, each note resonating with a profound sense of peace. A wave of transcendence washes over Elias, his face illuminated by an inner light. His countenance radiates deep emotional resonance, revealing a soul touched by profound beauty. In the dim solitude of his apartment, Elias is surrounded by a sea of memories, each photograph a portal to times long past. His fingers gently lift a faded image, a tender gesture that speaks volumes of unspoken stories. Lost in reverie, Elias traces the contours of the photograph, his touch as light as a whisper. A bittersweet smile graces his lips, a poignant reflection of joy intertwined with the ache of remembrance. In the quiet of night, Elias retreats into his sparsely adorned apartment, seeking solace in meditation. Eyes closed, he embraces stillness, a beacon of calm amidst the city's relentless storm. Moonlight weaves through the window, painting long, gentle shadows that dance around him. In this sanctuary of peace, Elias finds a moment of profound introspection, a quiet rebellion against the chaos. In the quiet of night, Elias drifts into a peaceful slumber, the moonlight casting shadows across his room. The room transforms into a surreal landscape, a vivid reflection of Elias's hidden subconscious. Whispers of the unknown beckon as the dreamscape deepens, pulling Elias further into its mysteries. The boundaries of reality blur, inviting the audience to delve into the enigmatic depths of Elias's mind. A symbolic journey begins, each image a cryptic clue to the secrets Elias unknowingly harbors. The night unfolds its mysteries, urging Elias and the audience to confront the truths hidden within. Elias awakens with a start, his eyes reflecting the terror of a lingering nightmare. The remnants of fear cling to him, a shroud of darkness refusing to dissipate. He sits up, disoriented as the soft glow of city lights casts shadows across his room. The weight of his existential anxieties returns, a familiar burden he cannot escape. Lost in thought, Elias stares blankly toward the distant cityscape, his silhouette outlined by the soft glow. The city's hum seems to mock his silent struggle, amplifying the solitude of his inner turmoil. Elias stands motionless by the window, his gaze drawn to the luminous moon, a silent observer of the night's secrets. Bathed in the ethereal moonlight, Elias becomes a silhouette against the night sky. A deep breath fills Elias, as if he is absorbing the moon's energy and the night's secrets. Lost in contemplation, Elias remains transfixed, a solitary figure entranced by the moon's silent allure. In the quiet of his apartment, Elias finds solace in the verses of a beloved poetry book, bathed in the gentle glow of lamplight. His eyes glide over the lines, each word resonating with a deep, unspoken emotion. A faint smile graces Elias's lips, a subtle acknowledgement of the beauty and truth he discovers within the poet's words. He savors this moment of peace, a sanctuary found in the shared humanity of art. In the stillness, Elias is not just reading words, but experiencing a profound connection to the human spirit. In the quiet solitude of his apartment, Elias seeks solace among the stars. His eyes search the star-speckled canvas, seeking guidance in the celestial dance. He hopes to find answers in the vast cosmos. Elias finds a moment of quiet reflection as he seeks direction among the stars. In the dim light, Elias kneels beside his bed, lost in fervent prayer. His lips move silently, as if whispering secrets to the shadows. The lamp casts long shadows, painting his face with devotion and hope. The earnest expression on his face intensifies as he seeks solace in the quiet night. In the soft glow of city lights, Elias sits on his bed, the dimness of the room amplifying his solitude. A quiet acceptance fills Elias's eyes, hinting at a deep, unspoken release. He inhales deeply, the visible tension in his body beginning to dissipate, as if shedding a heavy burden. A faint smile graces Elias's lips, a subtle sign of newfound peace. Dim light spills across the vintage-lit apartment, casting long shadows as Elias seeks solace within its walls. A burst of unrestrained laughter erupts from Elias, echoing through the stillness of the night. The sound fills the small space, each note resonating with raw emotion. His eyes sparkle, reflecting a poignant mix of amusement and underlying melancholy. The vintage lamp casts a warm, nostalgic glow, illuminating the apartment. Within the hushed confines of his apartment, Elias wrestles with questions, his relentless search pushing him deeper into the labyrinth of self. He paces restlessly, each step echoing his inner turmoil as he seeks answers in the shadows. The weight of uncertainty bears down on Elias, yet a flicker of determination dances in his eyes, signaling his resolve to confront the unknown. Elias surrenders to the unfolding odyssey, embracing the transformative power of self-discovery that awaits him.